What's up, y'all? We are in Chattahoochee, Florida at the Flat Creek. Hang on. Oh my. Okay, so there's a tropical storm headed our way, but it should be okay. I don't think it's going to be any concern for us here. So back to the video. What's up, y'all? We're in Chattahoochee, Florida at the Flat Creek Campground. Hello? Are you serious? You ever have some things that are just so crazy that happen to you that causes you to completely forget what you were doing? You ever have an amazing idea and you completely forget to follow through because something happened, or maybe multiple things happened and you just flew over your head? Well, this video, there was so much that was going on off camera, and I mean so much going on that a lot of times I wasn't filming because there's just so much going on. We went to this park and we were supposed to be there. This is Chattahoochee, Florida. We were supposed to be there for the week. So after we got to this place, there's this tropical storm that was headed for us. And it looked like it was going to go kind of to the east, and maybe we would catch some of the west side of this tropical storm if it were to become a problem. So as I'm watching it, I'm a little bit worried. Is there some big trees in this park? And we're not right on the coast or anything. We're further up in the hills of Florida. But it still was just like, is it a problem? Is it not a problem? And we just decided it's not a problem. We're just gonna stay here for the week. We're gonna go and see our friend Steve Turtle, which wasn't too far from this park, and then come back here and enjoy the park because this was a great campground. We really enjoyed it there. However, I was out with Kaylin. We had gone and got some lunch together, and my cousin posted photographs of her and her family in Destin, Florida, which was about 100 miles to the west. And I'm like, when were you in Destin, Florida? She's like, we're there right now. I'm like, what? You're in Destin, Florida right now? This is the family that's from South Dakota. We had seen them just a few months before, but it was a surprise trip that pretty much a majority of the family took down to Destin, Florida. The interesting thing was, she doesn't normally post pictures until they're done for like security type reasons. You don't typically want to let people know that you're away from your home, things like that. For some odd reason, she posted the pictures. I saw the pictures and said, let's go over there. We weren't even thinking about the hurricane at that point. We go over there to Destin, Florida. We leave this campground and go. That tropical storm became a hurricane, and the center and the eye of it just went literally right over where we were. Did this campground receive a bunch of damage? I really don't know. We had left and moved on. I was trying to be silly and be funny. I got the notification that they were there, and it's like, hey, let's leave and go over there. The other thing that happened that totally distracted me was when we went to see Steve Turtle. In the previous video that I posted, I tried to allude to the fact that the parking lot we pulled into, which Steve Turtle felt it would be okay, it was not okay for our length of trailer. In the process of doing a U-turn to get out of there, I smashed the back window of our Ram. That pretty much just kind of blew out my mind of thinking about anything I had been working on or doing or planning or whatever. It was just out the window, literally out the window. We had to complete the drive from the Pioneer Settlement all the way to Destin, Florida with a hole in the back window. And then from there, started to work on trying to get that window repaired, and figured out we weren't gonna make that happen until Texas. So we actually wound up having to put a trash bag over that back window, which I then taped up really good with, I think, Gorilla Tape to hold it on there. Was it Gorilla Tape? Might have been blue tape. Either way, it was taped up, and we drove all the way back to the San Antonio area with a plastic bag back there. All of that was going on. It didn't capture as much of that footage as I probably should have because I was quite flustered over all of that. And just so you understand what happened, we have a short bed mega cab dually truck. I had been in a U-turn, like a 90-degree angle with the truck and the RV before, and I had said, if we're ever in the situation again and there's any kind of a hill or anything that causes the back of the RV to go up, it's gonna hit the window. And sure enough, that's what happened. After we had had our previous incident where we ripped off the back wall of our RV, Tanya and I were very focused on the tail of the RV as we were going through the U-turn, and neither of us was looking at where the front of the RV and the back window of the truck were. And it happens and it sounds like a shot. Like literally, it was right behind Kaylin's head. Thankfully, since we had the mega cab, no glass made it to the passenger seat or the back seat. It all fell down into that kind of cargo area. But it was very scary. It's just this slow pressure pushing on that window until it just, boom, shatters. So that's what's going on in this video. Now I'm going to show you everything that we have for this park in Chattahoochee, Florida, and I'll show you a little bit of what I captured from the park in Destin. Didn't really film much, got a few photos with the family in Florida. They were kind of on a family retreat, and they basically allowed for us to come along and join with them and fellowship with them and play hide and go seek. It's our first time really sitting up in the dark. There's a whole different look to it when it's dark out here. You able to get that one under two? Okay. I'll do we'll do a retract all and see how much space we have on the back. I love these lights. Tanya got this shop light from Walmart. It's a hyper tough. It's got a magnet, a clip on it, rechargeable micro USB. The thing is so bright. We only had one during the time of filming this, but I have bought 2 more because it's just an amazing light. You'll hear us talk about it again. That's cool. Huh. Neat. Well, that's quite clever. Small little room. Induction cooktop. All right by the pool. This is a deluxe tent site. I thought this was really unique how they built several of these tent sites around this middle covered area, so everybody kind of shares that area, but then they've got a wall / fence between them, but there's some place for them to plug their stuff in with a little light right there. And if you see below, there's a door. I'll show it in just a moment. You could put some private stuff in there and lock it up if you want to leave the area. It was a very unique way to have a deluxe tent site. I thought that was, it's different. I don't know if it's the best, but it's cool. This campground has a variety of pull-through sites that are various different sizes, and each one of them, some of them I should say, have slightly different characteristics. And if you notice that we don't have a picnic table outside of ours, but you can see the power post and it's really close, whereas this site right next to us, they had the grill, on the ground fire ring, plus a picnic table. They put all of that for us on the other side of the RV. But then when I looked at the power post, I noticed that there's power on this side and power on this side. Best I can figure is our campsite maybe was meant for a Class A that could pull in the other direction and open out to this side. Otherwise, to me, that's just kind of a weird setup. Still a very nice setup, just a little odd. No, Daisy, we're not going for a ride today. Come on. Come on, let's go inside. Yeah, it's really nice.
But it's fun.
A bench swing for the birds.
Someone's been recycling too. There's a water bottle right there too. It's a bird.
Seats and oh, it's inside. $1.50. Good stuff.
There's just one chair.
For 5 washers and 3 dryers.
Because why don't they just fit another chair right here and then you have people's clothes in your face like.
Look here, that sign says fluff and fold.
No fluffies.
$1.50 to dry. They got a little ironing board and a iron. A table for folding.
Footprints on the wall.
This is one of the best dog parks we've ever seen at an RV park. It was huge, a lot of space. We got the ball. You got the ball. Yay, Daisy. Hey, come here. Come here. I can get you. I'm gonna get you. Not as big as the one in Madison, Florida, the Madison Golf and RV Resort. It was still an excellent sized dog park compared with what we see a lot of times.
She does.
Park store had a lot of options. Definitely got you covered if you need to pick some stuff up, but I do recall the prices being pretty high, so just be prepared for that. If you just want to stay there for a few days, you don't want to drive to the grocery store, it's good. All right, in all seriousness, we're staying here. We were only supposed to be here till Friday, and then I saw that half of my family from South Dakota is in Destin, Florida, about 100 miles from here. So it's November. I mean, we saw them in July, but I don't know when we'll see them again, so sure, it'll cost us a little bit of money. We're not going to get any money back from this campground. I wouldn't want it back. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong. This campground is awesome. In fact, I highly recommend you visit Flat Creek Campground in Chattahoochee, Florida. It was a KOA apparently back in the 90s, but honestly now I think it's better. It's a family-owned campground. They're taking really good care of it here. So if you're passing through, it's really convenient right off of Interstate 10. If you're heading anywhere from the west towards Orlando for things, then this is a great stopover spot. So I recommend it. But we are going to jump over to Destin, Florida so that we can visit with family. Oh, Daisy.
We love Daisy.
She's a good girl. We love her, Daisy. Yes, we do. We love her, Daisy. Oh, Daisy. So sweet. Daisy loves travel days. She's always wanting to get in the truck and go somewhere new.
Daisy loves travel days.
Daisy loves travel days. Yeah.
It's cold outside.
It is. It was 85 degrees here yesterday. And today we woke up and it's 55.
Daisy, it's cold outside. I want to get it.
Mwah. All right, get in.
Tell me what you love. Could it be me? Be your fantasy?
It's Eastern time zone, and it's about to change to Central time zone. We're still in Florida.
I think it's at the river right there. So it's 10 o'clock right now, and when we cross over the river, it's going to be 9 o'clock.
mean boards?
Look, down here.
Oh, boards.
Because they don't want people wrecking all the nice cement.
Nice.
I'm thinking let's just use that and go.
Okay.
That loves interested in the North smell.
So the RV resort in Destin was the Geronimo RV Resort. It's kind of interesting. It looked like it was part of the property of a church that's right there. Basically just used some of the land they have to open an RV park. A little bit pricey, but considering that I literally booked for like the next 2 days for a few days, I think it was like $100 a night. The goal wasn't to go enjoy that RV park. The goal was to get closer to family so that we could spend some time with them. But here's some of the footage of that RV park as we went there, just to show you where we were.
Over there. Yes, you can't hide from there. Can we hide in the backyard? No, it has to be in the house. Yeah, in the house.
All right, so next up after we leave this spot in Destin, Florida, we are headed for our pretty much first Harvest Host stop, which was John Schneider Studios in Livingston, Louisiana. And this is a pretty cool opportunity for us to go stay there. Just check this out. It's literally his property. As far as I know, he lives there. And then they have all the stuff set up there, and they can film like little independent movies and whatnot. But they have about 10 to 12 RV spots back there, and it's a part of Harvest Host. You can, I believe you can boondock for free, which you're supposed to somehow contribute to the business, or for $40 a night, you can get a full hookup site. Pretty cool. Hopefully we'll have that video ready for you tomorrow. Well, thanks again for watching, and remember that life happens, even breaking your back window and running from hurricanes. Don't let it stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags.